Hello guys and welcome to Infinity Collectors. I am Draco, your usual guest host. I have my camera girl, Maria, my girlfriend. There she is. She's saying hi. Look at that. Look at that zoomage on that hand. That little hand. It's awesome. It's awesome. Tonight I'm streaming, but you'll see this on YouTube. And it's all live. It's all unedited, which is kind of what I do. Yeah, busy guy. I got kids. Kids hopefully one day. Sure, I gotta work it out with her. Anyways, but tonight I'm in the Science and Technology channel on Twitch, which means nothing to you if you're on YouTube. But we're going to be reviewing, normally I do a collecting update, but tonight I'm going to be reviewing some Science and Technology. It's technology. It's an Xbox One original versus an Xbox One S or Slim model. Now, I have never bought an Xbox One until recently. So yeah, this is the new purple FORTNITE edition, special edition console. This is the fatty original console, and I'll be comparing the two and kind of showing you guys the differences. So, and kind of what I saw in my experience with Xbox, especially as someone who just fairly recently got into the whole Xbox One game. I kind of lag behind when I buy consoles. I don't usually like buy them right away when they come out. It just doesn't have the game library for me. I'm a huge collector of video games, action figures, all kinds of things. So yeah, I kind of just waited out. So I didn't even have a PS4 till not too long ago either, and I bought the Spider-Man Special Edition. I was like, that's it. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Spider-Man 4, like all these other exclusive titles. Like I gotta get it. I gotta get the Spider-Man console. So kind of something, a different kind of story happened with the Xbox One. And I'm kind of the guy that really likes to play with friends, and I'll kind of gravitate towards the fun and the multiplayer with my buds or streaming with my buds and whatnot. So I'll kind of go through the story. I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you how I got my first console. We'll do both and we'll compare them. So the story with the original Xbox One is you guys all know it's got a power brick on the outside. It actually had a different controller from the newer ones. This is actually one of the newer ones with the textured grip. The older ones are a little bit wider. They don't have the textured grip. And then obviously, not only were the controllers a little bit different on the original one, but the console's also like incredibly large. And I'll do a size comparison and all that. So why did I get this one? So this one's a little beat up. You can probably see the scratches on that and all that good stuff. So all that bad stuff, actually. So what happened was one of my buddies, I got reunited with, Mike. He is a kind of a big Xbox One guy right now, because he's a lazy butt. And if you watch this, you're a lazy butt. No, I mean, you hit a certain age, and consoles are just so convenient compared to PC gaming. I'm saying that because we used to PC game quite a bit. So with the Xbox One, he was on it. He was playing Grand Theft Auto 5. I never got to really enjoy Grand Theft Auto 5 online because I just didn't have anybody to play with, and I kind of didn't want to sit there and grind by myself. But like he took me under his wing, and he was going to show me all this stuff and whatnot. Not only that, but there was the E3 sale going on where you can get the premium online edition of Grand Theft Auto 5 and get all that money and unlocks and cars and apartments and all that stuff for free. So, and I was like, man, that'll give me a boost. It'll get me going. He's going to take me under his wing, and I could hop on the Xbox and he could show me. Not only that, as my streaming crew, those guys are on Xbox One, and they do Rainbow Six Siege, and they do all that kind of stuff. So wow, maybe that's some streaming content I could do with an Xbox One too. So I was like, started justifying being able to buy it. So I said, well, how invested do I want to get? Well, maybe I just need a beater Xbox that I can use to stream with and whatnot. So I bought one off Craigslist. I got a bundle for like $100, and you know it's a little beat up. It's got some wear and tear, and it's an original and all that. It's got some like white stuff in here, and came with like an old controller and a new controller and stuff like that. It actually had a cheap. Oh my gosh, let me turn that off. There we go. Gotta love live. So those chocobo sounds in the back. At least it's video game related. So anyways, so it actually had a cheap Chinese power supply, and I ended up buying an original Xbox One off like eBay for $20. So and then I kind of had a problem with the HDMI port on the back. It was actually a little loose. So I actually had to kind of like fix it and whatever. My buddy Mike calls it my Goodwill Xbox or my thrift store Xbox, because I kind of had to I had a cheap Chinese power supply, and it was all kind of beat up, and I had to fix my HDMI port on it and whatever. But it was working great for streams. It was fine. But it's definitely kind of like shown its age, and it definitely is not as cool as you probably know. But I didn't until I got this new Model S. Is that the Model S definitely has some upgraded features, which I'll get into over the original. So I was using this for a while. I kind of had a couple weird issues here or there with just it kind of being slow, and you know, it doesn't really have the 4K player and a bunch of other things. And I was like, well, you know what? Amazon, after the E3 sale, still had the purple FORTNITE for $249 special edition console, which I was like super stoked with, and that's kind of the box there and all the stuff. The back's pretty much the same thing. You know, it's the typical packaging that they do now. People don't really try anymore. Companies don't try anymore with the packaging and stuff. The color scheme, I loved it. I almost bought this at first, you know, but me and my wonderful camera lady were kind of discussing, like, you know, how, you know, it's like, I'm just gonna do this to play games, you know. And so I spent like $125 or something like that and got up and running, like I said, streaming and everything. But seeing the sale still going on the purple one, loving the colors, the upgraded features, and with the Amazon credit offer, I got $80 off of the console. And I said, not only that, but I don't really need the FORTNITE skins or the game and all this other stuff that comes in here that I could sell. And I was like, man, I might just break even upgrading to the purple one, or maybe even make a little money, depending. Anyways, so that's kind of the story and how I ended up with both consoles. Now I got both consoles. Tonight I'm going to be switching out my Xbox One original with this Xbox One S purple special edition with the FORTNITE stuff in it. So let's get into the comparisons. Xbox One S design. So let's unbox it first. Let's take it off. So it's got this cover on it. We can go down here. I'll move this to the side. I'll move this to the side. Slide it on over. So what you're going to notice first is it's got a slide-off cover, and you see this beautiful picture of the Xbox One Purple Edition console. I'll set this over here. All right, so I think I accidentally actually opened it up from the bottom, so I'll open it up down there. I kind of pre-took it out and inspected it. So you got the 1 terabyte drive, which is a upgrade over my original, so it's twice the size. HDR, as well as 4K Blu-ray player. So not only does it do the 4K Blu-ray playing of movies and stuff like that, but I was reading in depth on it, as most people probably know because the Model S has been out for a while, is that it also upscales 4K games. So what you get first when you open it up really is, you know, you pull, I just like pulled the console out, right? I was like, ooh, I want to see that. So I set this bad boy aside, and you know, this was under it. So it's just some cards in there with your FORTNITE like codes and whatnot, and then you also gave you a month of like Xbox Live Gold, and it just kind of comes in this cardboard whatever. So I'll set this aside too. So I didn't really care about this. I didn't care about the FORTNITE game, the skins, the limited edition crap, or the 1 month of gold. So I'll probably just end up selling that / giving away the monthly subscription. So let's we got this out. We got the FORTNITE bundle kit out. Here's this, and the last thing in the box, I don't know, it's just a information pamphlet / quick setup guide or whatever, the usual BS that you get. So anyway, so that was in the box. I'll put that aside here too. There we go, probably broke it. All right. So let's take this guy off. And you got your foam, woo! Your other foam, woo! And then, oh yeah, you have your beautiful purple Xbox One. Look at, like, I try to get the light on it. I got some fingerprints all over it already, but it's got like a nice fade to black. You can really see the light bouncing off of it probably there. There you go. You got this nice purple edge corner. You got all your ports there on the back. So it's kind of interesting. It depends on how the light really hits it and what kind of light, like natural light versus regular light. But it's a beautiful console. I love black and purple, obviously. Like, my whole theme is all black and purple on here and everything like that. I'm trying to get it centered here on the camera since my camera girl is doing a great job. So you get the console, boom. What's next? You open this box. It's got the controller in it. You know, it's got all this foam crap as usual. You know, I'll just throw that over there. Let's check out the controller. So that's the purple controller. It's actually pretty dark. Like, it actually semi-matches the console a little bit. Not too sure, but it's try to get a close-up there of that. It's pretty cool. It's got like this color-coded thing because the whole controller's purple, so it kind of has like a little color-coded legend there. It's got the upgraded kind of grip texture to it, and it feels good. I mean, it's cool, and it's kind of a cool color, but again, it's a little off, I think, from the console. So that comes in the box. You gave you an HDMI cable in the box, the usual crap, and then you know, in here was the power cable So what I first noticed on the S right away was not only is it 40% smaller, it doesn't have this big a hunk of shit in it either. Or outside of it, it has it inside of it. So it actually uses one of these like standard, whatever you want to call it, PS2 Dreamcast style cables, which makes this so amazing. It's so compact. It's got one cable, and you just smack your HDMI cable in it, and you're good to go and everything. So it's my first S, so to me that's cool because I didn't have that before. And so let me move this power supply, and that we talked about that. So when you look at the size comparison on the consoles, I'll try to set my camera lady up for success here. And you're looking at the size comparison of the consoles. I mean, it's pretty huge. It's 40%. That's so they say. I don't know. I haven't busted out the measuring tape, but I mean, definite upgrade. Definite upgrade. So as far as the features, really liking the HDR, the 4K Blu-ray player. I heard that even this is more based off System on a Chip, or SoC they call it, for an acronym, SoC, which I'm familiar with. I actually used to work at Intel. And not saying that it's an Intel, but I'm familiar with the term System on a Chip style. And they say that they've actually increased the performance on this one. And it doesn't do 4K true gaming, but it does 4K upscaling. And I even noticed when I played Grand Theft Auto on my 65-inch Samsung, the quality difference when I'm playing on this. Not only that, but it just feels faster. It loads a little faster, even though they have similar drives. And overall, it just looks nice. You can stand it up on its side easier. This one wasn't really designed for that, so I was reading. So as far as like design, features, the controller upgrades, the performance upgrades, I'm super stoked with it. I'm really happy with it. Let me move these controllers back. There's something I kind of want to look at, and it's these the ports on the back. So let's see. So on this one, we're looking at HDMI to the TV, HDMI to the satellite, 2 USBs, the power supply, Ethernet, power, stuff like that. So auxiliary for the Kinect camera. So I think it's all pretty much. Let me try to get the glare off there. Yeah, it's pretty. I think it's pretty much all this. You know, that's the old one, standard stuff. And then let me compare it to this guy. Yeah, it literally has like all the same shit. Like there's an IR out though. Like, yeah, I mean they're pretty damn similar. I'm gonna try to do this without dropping or breaking any of these consoles or scratching up my new one. But it looks all the same to me. Let me see. Yeah. Damn glare. There we go. So there we go. Look at the ports. Looking pretty similar. Looking okay. So I didn't notice any super huge difference there. God, it's just so nice. It feels solid. It feels heavier. It feels good. It feels more compact. Another thing I noticed is the button on the front is actually a push button. I used to get pissed off because I would tap this touch sensitive button like on the old Xbox 360, and like you could blow on it and your console would turn on or off. But with this one, it's actually a tactile, you know, click and release kind of button, as well as the sync button for the controllers. It feels like just a much higher quality system, which you know it is. It's the Slim, and you're just getting a higher quality console, better performance and everything. So really happy with my upgrade. That's pretty much everything. Like I'm ready to game on it. I probably won't beat the crap out of my purple one. I'll probably beat the crap out of my black one. It's my usual one I work with or play with. Work, yeah, it's work. It's my usual one I play with. So yeah, I mean I really don't know what else to say. I'm super happy with the new one, and I'm gonna break even or make money by getting rid of the old one and whatnot. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it a lot. So, and the color's what got me. This is the original console I really wanted. I should have just gone with it, but I'm glad I waited because I literally got it for like 160 bucks. So after the $80 Amazon credit discount, it was still $249 on there, and then I really don't need the other bundled stuff. Like I said, I'll probably end up selling it or whatnot. So if I'm starting to repeat myself, it probably means I'm done talking about this stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna hook this up to my rig tonight. I was hoping to play with my buddy Mike, but I think he had to bail. I know it's July 4th is going to be tomorrow. Today's July 3rd, so people are a little busy, whatnot, whatever. But I hope everybody has a good, safe July 4th. That's all I have for this this comparison and my new addition to my collection. So I appreciate it. Thanks for checking it out. I'm Draco. This is Infinity Collectors. I love you guys. Thank you for all your participation and always viewing. YouTube, what? You thought that was funny? She think that's funny. Anyways, thank you. And if you're on YouTube watching this, because after I upload it, you know, please subscribe, comment. I love always interacting and talking with you guys and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm going to jump into some gaming, and I'll see you guys later. Infinity Collector's out for a bit. Be right back.